We start tonight on this Friday on the Storm Watch. We are tracking more rain and snow just in time for the holiday weekend, and that is making for dangerous conditions. ABC 10's Roxanne Elias is live tonight with a look at how people are preparing. Roxanne.
Well, as we can see, the rain is not stopping right now. The number one message out there is to be aware of what's happening in your area, what's to come, and to also be fully prepared to stay at home if you need to or if you have to evacuate.
Tragically, there have been several people that have lost their lives because of these dangerous storms.
Nearly 20 people have lost their lives in the past 7 storms that have hit Northern California since New Year's Eve. In one of those, several residents in the Lemon Hill area lost power for over 3 days.
It's a little upsetting. I mean, it's really nobody's fault, but it just made me realize that I wasn't prepared for a situation like this.
Juan Trujillo says he lost everything in his fridge and deep freezer. The father of 2 also had a hard time leaving his home for food because power line poles had to be replaced on his road.
Preparing now is just getting a couple of backup generators, making sure they're always charged, especially before a storm. In the event that we need to use it for our deep freezer or maybe even, to entertain the kids.
State and county officials say 7 locations are expected to exceed flood stage in the next coming days. Include the Sacramento River in Butte County, Bear Creek at McKee Road, and the San Joaquin River area.
Don't stand or drive in water. There is dangers in the water. These floodwaters have dangerous debris, and the floodwaters can arise rapidly, creating very life-threatening situations. And so please stay aware of your surroundings.
Officials say half the storm's fatalities were related to drivers and cars, but half were preventable by looking at road closure signs and being careful to avoid driving into standing water. For Juan Trujillo, the message is clear. He plans to stay at home with his family until it's safe to leave.
Well, my thoughts are just to be prepared this time. Just the last time that it happened, we were out of power for about 3 days.
And if you haven't been impacted by previous storms, officials say that don't be surprised if you see the effects this weekend. They say there's still time to prepare, and they're asking you to check on friends, family, neighbors, and make sure everyone is okay that's around you. Chris, back to you.
Indeed, Roxanne. It's so hard to believe this is Storm 8 going into 9. Talk about a wet start to the new year. We thank you. Meanwhile, Carly, it's a holiday weekend. Is it a good idea to try and drive up the hill to enjoy the snow?
I wouldn't advise it. What we're seeing now are some downpours pushing through. We expect snow levels to begin dropping early in the morning. Just take a look at this. You're seeing the radar here, and there are breaks in this rain. But that also allows cold air to move in, meaning we're going to start seeing some of these snow levels dropping down to even as low as 3,500 feet early morning hours. And we'll see some heavy snow associated with all of this rain. And then the wind gusts, that's a whole nother story as they do arrive tomorrow as well. As we look at precipitation totals since midnight, we've already gotten close to almost a ½ inch around the Sacramento area to an inch of rain from Sacramento to Auburn. So some of the totals already starting to add up for just today. We are looking at a flood watch in effect until Sunday, 7 a.m. for the excessive rain. Could see as much as 1 to 3 inches in the valley through Sunday, and that's Sunday morning. Foothills 3 to 5 inches possible. Rising rivers, creeks, and streams, as we heard Roxanne talk about, with very poor drainage for neighborhoods as well as those areas downtown, so a lot of flooding expected. We are looking at current winds 10 to about 15 miles per hour or so, but expect that to rise quickly tomorrow morning into your afternoon hours, as we'll see a wind advisory in effect. Then strong wind gusts could get as high as 55 miles per hour. We will get a little bit of clearing tonight briefly before the next storm system does arrive. Tomorrow morning, of course, we'll talk all about that coming up.
Okay, Carly, we'll check back in shortly.